My name is Jan Cook, and I'm volunteering with doing community transport with Eastern Volunteers. Beyond the obvious thing of actually being able to help people, and in itself gives you a great feeling, the fact that you're capable of helping people and actually helping them, and you're also meeting another great variety of people in the course of doing your daily tasks. So it's really enjoyable. Look, it's added a bit more structure and routine. I've been retired for 18 years now, and whilst that might sound very luxurious, adding a little bit of structure and then broadening your social horizons, meeting a few more people, it's all very rewarding. Initially, believe it or not, I'm also a motorcycle rider, and some 15 years ago, I volunteered assisting the International Ironman events in Melbourne, where I was transporting photographers and so forth, whilst they were actually running the event. So that was once, and after that, 5 years ago, I started doing some volunteering with Blaze Aid, rebuilding fences and so forth after the bushfires around 2019, 2020. And then that COVID virus thing interfered with all that sort of stuff, and it didn't suit my circumstances. And so then I started doing community transport. I'd been aware of community transport for quite a few years, mainly through the Red Cross, in fact, but I made some inquiries, and then I'd seen some EV cars around and contacted EV and did an interview, and now I've been driving for more than 18 months. It's extremely varied. It's also quite makes you sort of aware of your own good fortune in being able to do this, because I'm often transporting people younger than myself. So it makes you very aware, and it makes you feel good that you can actually help them maintain their own dignity of life. You might transport some ladies that are in their mid-90s and still go and shop independently, but they're no longer allowed to drive, or they're sensibly not driving, and so this maintains the dignity in their lives, and that's a very rewarding thing to do. Essentially, I would say, find something that you're actually interested in doing, then seek out ways of doing that. Some people might work at an op shop. I happen to enjoy driving. I'm quite an experienced driver, without trying to sound conceited, but it clearly wouldn't be for everybody. So find what you're actually interested in and go and look for something in that field. Oddly enough, I did strike a bit of an age barrier when I first came here. And it's a fair and reasonable thing to say, because as a driver, recently I drove into the city 3 times from out the eastern suburbs in one day, taking clients to and from medical appointments. So that is, I won't say strenuous, but it's certainly testing and challenging. And so you do have to be fit and capable of driving properly and sensibly for up to 7 or 8 hours a day. And as we get older, unfortunately, older people are contributing way too much to collisions and trauma on the roads these days. So you have to be realistic about your capacity to whatever you wanted to volunteer at, be it driving and so forth. So we have to be realistic. So being challenged on age was a fair thing to do, but having discussed doctors, my own fitness and my own capacity to drive, I feel confident to do it. I'm also conscious that one day that might change and I have to help people in some other way. Yeah. I've never struck any real lack of inclusivity. I don't know how you appeal to certain parts of the community. I'm an immigrant myself, but I've been in Australia for 70 years now, so I've never really felt anything other than Australian as I've grown up. All my education was here. There's things such as Harmony Week. There's a whole lot of groups that deal with people of all sorts of background and multicultural things. So when such things are on, go to those sorts of events and make people aware that you can be involved in the community in many, many ways, including volunteering. No, I could just repeat, I feel fortunate that I'm healthy enough to still be able to help other people. It is rewarding, and if you're at all lost or at a bit of a loose end and you want to add something, go out and do it. It's very rewarding. So find your niche and go with it. Give it a go.